Okay, y'all. I ain't preached in a while. I ain't preached in a while because I've been having to switch up my style according to how y'all feel and how y'all think that I am. Sound like some bitch ass shit though. It is some bitch ass shit. That's why I'm not a human. We only gotta do this because y'all humans, bro. That's it. That's the only reason why we do this shit. To the angels out there who start acting and talking like a human, that's your ticket. You need to turn around and go back. You need to go ahead and find God over again. If you thought you had God, you need to reevaluate yourself. And to the humans who are comfortable in stagnated positions, you need to do that too. You know what I'm saying? You need to do that too. Now, why have I turned down so many opportunities, relationship or financially? Because you have to look at a family tie when it comes to stuff like that. Stuff like that is gonna last longer than 10 years. Unless you got some black magic obligations and you're gonna do some 5-year, 7-year bullshit that's gonna take us 20 years to bounce back from as a whole of a people, and you just rob one motherfucker to get one bag that you blow, then you see the time, you see how God's sending people to hell now? I told people from the beginning, you never alter a man's life. The problem is that so many preachers done made y'all feel comfortable in y'all skin. I'm finna step on some toes tonight. I'm finna step on some toes tonight. The problem with the world today is that most of our spiritual great leaders have derailed. And the one that's true and the one that's really good to themselves and show love to themselves and love God have to hide as well, because the one that's fake is out there trying to kill those that's true to themselves. Is that the problem? No, it ain't the problem. I don't think that's the problem at all. I think that's the written script. I think that's the moral of the story. I think God wrote it as so it's gonna go that way because it has to be that disastrous just to turn it around. See, now I'm preaching because I'm telling y'all what evil can originate from. There's a balance between yin and yang, okay? There's a balance. You got your negative and your positive. But positive can be negative just as well negative can be positive. As long as you got your negative and positive. You don't have to have evil and good. Now I'm preaching. How did I get here? I moved forward. I read the Bible, dissected the Bible, got what I needed from Christianity, moved to the next religion. I didn't read all of it, y'all. I read the basic of what I needed. I let the heart do the reading. You know what I'm saying? And then when the heart done doing the reading, I let the heart discuss it with the mind. That's when you start seeing me talk to myself a lot. And that's when I'm trying to figure out life, because I'm trying to figure out life within my intuition before I try to figure out life with today's time and what y'all want in this 3D design. You know what worries me? is the evil in these times. I done said this over and over, and people think I'm being disrespectful. People think I'm being disrespectful by saying it like this, but I'm not. And I'm not pointing people. I hit dog or holler, y'all. Shut your goddamn mouth and keep your attitude to yourself, and you won't have to strike. You won't have to strike strife. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do it. Just be quiet. If the shoe fits, take in the humility between you and God instead of getting beside yourself and making sure the whole world see you embarrass yourself as well as others around you. Save the time. Save the time. I done taught slow kids, mentally challenged kids, mentally retarded kids, slobbering out the mouth. How y'all don't like, I'm trying to say this the best I can, y'all, but hell, I'm trying to get a point across here. If you don't like it and you feel like the words is hurting your feelings, then boo-hoo. I'm a grown man, you a grown woman, and I'm talking in a way that even kids need to hear it. Nickelodeon, like I said, I ain't dissing Nickelodeon. I like the fact that I ain't liking it like that. I'm just saying it's a good example. It's the perfect example. If two little boys can kiss each other on Nickelodeon, and words should not hurt you. And I'm not even cussing. With that being said, I'm finna turn the whole world heads straight towards these individuals. Cause I'm gonna say this sermon as best as I can with no flaws. And the people who attack this sermon, that's the devil, y'all. And if they ain't the devil, they working for him, get them. I mean, don't hurt no, I'm saying get them though. Get them the way you gotta get them. Get them the way God will want you to. One thing I can tell you what God do not want you to do is let a whole bunch of hypocrites run the world. That has never happened before. And that's why that's one of the main reasons this is the worst generation known to man. There's too many people supporting the murder of those who created the idea and going for the clown who murdered the guy and expecting that clown to do better than the goddamn creator. Excuse my language. But it was a necessity. You see what I'm saying? It was a very necessity. Perfectly fitted in the sentence it needed to fit. Fill the blank in the line. Y'all want to keep on attacking me, I'm finna attack y'all. I'm finna attack the world. Why is it okay and legal to doppelgang and murder the identity of not just people high up like Jesus Christ, but people who love God in general? I've been to more churches than I had women in my life. Why? Because I'm in there for God, not them. They can have a little bitty church, 5 people in it. I go to that church just like I go to one with 50,000 in it. And I leave that church just like I leave the one with 50,000 in it. Because if they ain't got God, they ain't got me in it. People say my world is too much traditional. My world is comfortable. I have peace. Y'all are on the outside looking in, complaining to me about my world. Only thing you ever heard me complain about is how they robbed me of me. I was minding my business, a legal citizen. Out of all the people you could have robbed, you gonna do it to the poor black kid with no woman, no nothing. No family, no parent, no nothing. I got mine out the mud. So much so that I ain't got an education at first. I had to work because there was a lot of other little goons looking up to me and expected me to be there so they can eat. Because these are slums where I lived in these streets. And over here, the kids got together and made sure they had something to eat. Selling dope was a necessity. It was no choice. That's why I told you I started selling dope at 12. I'm hoping you get it. The trick wasn't the fact that I sold dope, clown, and how much dope it was, clown. The trick was the fact that I had to sell dope. Why? I couldn't get a job. And I was black in America, and nobody wanted this nappy-headed black kid at their house with a little dick. Now, y'all telling me what's embarrassing to me? I'm perfectly fitted. The way God made me. I'm exactly what I'm supposed to be. The problem is that y'all don't like original no more. Y'all hate y'all reflection so much so you busy throwing rocks over here, and I don't know none of you paper assholes. Stealing my money, I ain't got a fucking dime. But somebody getting millions and trillions off of the way I live broke. And then they wondering why the world moving so slow. I ain't never in my life before seen the world move forward moonwalking. I'm gonna show you the disrespect in you. That's why I get in here and I be honest with myself. Because after you get through throwing these stones over here at me, this superhero finna throw them right back at you. As a whole. People have been sending demons and devils to my house my whole life. I had a studio for 29 years and not one time did a few women came in, but not enough to count. No women came in. I started traveling to New York and other cities to have a good time. But I already had everything I needed at my house. I'm living my dream. I done broke my dream. Throw my dream in the trash, got my dream out and recycled my dream. It ain't a dollar you can give me to help me live my dream. I just told you I done lived my dream. It didn't matter if I made $1, y'all. I did what I love to do, and God made sure that I was still comfortable when I was through. No, I ain't got the fanciest thing. Don't want them. And I'm not gonna have a topic of discussion about them because I don't want to hurt the business. Because it ain't nothing against them. It's just who I am. And I'm sick and tired of people coming over here trying to hurt and kill me because I love being original. However I feel when I get up, that's how I'm gonna look when I drive off. Why? Because when I did have a tie suit on, but I couldn't get my hair right, but I had just enough to get a tie and a suit. But I got my hair right and the tie and the suit, but I couldn't get the shoes. You still treated me like a loser. You still treated me like a chump. Even if I took you in the back alley and beat you real good, you still got around your pumps and treated me like a chump. I ain't never in my life had no one show me no love. Except all the people who did it died quick. Almost like somebody put black magic on my whole life, but instead of killing me, it killed everybody around me. that was supporting me. And by the age of 14, 16, I was done. Outside of me and my brother, and he was murdered by 21. Just like the goddamn book says. And it's a bunch of clowns done took over his, feel like they done took over his spot, love the highlight, the gangster life, the street life. He got a lot of credit for stuff that he actually did though, y'all. And if he murdered somebody, he looked them in the eye and then talked to him for a few seconds. And then he didn't run. We never ran. We walked off and never talked. That's why you niggas never heard nothing. You ain't gonna ever hear nothing, not of people like me and KL or me and Nick. What I'm telling y'all is I ain't trying to tell y'all no gangster shit. I'm not your gangster, not your thug, I'm not none of that. I evolved from that. But I'm not better than that shit. I still got that. I just brushed up the diamond in the rough, and I'm just now packaging it. Got it? Get it? Good. I'm saying all this to say this. To my future twins and soulmates out there that's coming into my energy, there's a few things I do not do. And if that's traditional, and if that's boring to you, then boo-hoo, stay over there where the grass is greener, you keep saying. Over here, I ain't asking. My grass is fine. It ain't green, it ain't that green, but it's realer than yours. I can eat my grass. Your grass over there shining and green and as beautiful as it can be, but you can't eat it. Go pick up a chump and boil it. I can make Pepto-Bismol out of my grass, milk of magnesia out of my grass. So you stay over there where the grass is greener. When you look twice my age and you twice my weight and you saying that I'm underweight and on drugs, but when you go to the books, I'm exactly the perfect weight I'm supposed to be. We gotta quit lying to ourselves. We gotta quit lying to ourselves. That's why I haven't moved. Why? If I got a girl, yeah, it don't matter who the girl is, I can kill that love. I mean, not love is love, but relationships are relationships to me. I have evolved past my expectations, and I wasn't looking to get this high, y'all. And it ain't nobody around me but God that got me here. Everybody keep wanting to come to me and see what's wrong with me. The problem is I'm vibrating too high. It don't matter where I live at, I get the same results everywhere. So if I'm treated better in the city, because the city is more, they got more knowledge. In the country, we spoil. See, in the city, they gotta get out and walk. It don't matter if they got a $2 million car. Traffic's so bad, they gotta walk from here to the core, y'all, to Hartwell. They have to walk. I'm talking about rich and wealthy folk. That much walking and taking that much water. They don't put fat, they don't cook the fat on their food. Not eating these kind of foods, y'all, serves greater than you can imagine. I love New York because racism really doesn't even exist there. And the only time I could see it was when it came down to wealthy and poor or something like that, or wealthy and rich. And that's just because the class of the money. They ain't foolish enough to fall for that shit. Everybody know racism was implemented by a bunch of rich pricks. And real niggas ain't going for that bullet shit. I ain't trying to cuss and all, but it fit the description. but I will watch my profanity. But the kids can still hear it. You telling me to watch my profanity when this kid young as my kid out there cussing and talking about selling dopes and telling women that they bitches all day long. White, black, it don't matter who you is. Christian kids sneaking off with the bad kids at school and then coming home. Back when I was coming up, the Christian kids were the worst ones. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to tell everybody out there, you can call me crazy, you can call me stupid, you can call me retarded, you can say I lost my mind. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all in my energy. Ain't nobody gave me $1. I leave out of here, I'ma holler, literally. You gonna kill me, but that ain't the case. You gonna kill me financially. You gonna kill me mentally. You gonna kill me physically. And you gonna drain me spiritually. Because I got what you need and you don't wanna pay me what I'm worth. And you're not gonna pay me what I'm worth. Cause you're gonna get with them rich pricks and y'all gonna come up with a bunch of stuff that ain't worth it. And it's gonna make up a whole lot of stuff that ain't worth it. And it's gonna demolish the shit that is worth it. This shit been going on for so long, y'all. I learned that all in one lifetime. This one. That's why I don't get good in relationships. Because one conversation with you, it don't matter if you're rich or poor. I know you're gonna be a headache for at least 5 to 10 years after I get my woman, or whoever she is, up to par. And then, just like every other time, once we see eye to eye, she gonna go off with Jordan. She gonna teach everything that I just poured my sweat and blood into her in the Mandingo Man. And then she gonna get around his friends and her friends, and they gonna talk about the good man. This shit done went on so much, I'd rather stay to myself. You can call me what you wanna call me, but you in my energy. I ain't no fool. Look at what y'all doing to Kanye. Look at what y'all doing to everybody who's anything of real. So you telling me I'm gonna be one more person? I'm gonna be the difference? You're knocking them out like 200 every 2 years. So you telling me I'm gonna be the difference? I'm safe right here. Oh dear, keep calling me crazy, as if I don't hear it, retarded. And then the more energy, when I ain't giving energy, y'all back to that book. See, it's a white book and a black book, and you niggas better get it before you ain't got it. I told you Michael Jordan wasn't my hero, my grandpa was. He was an underwater SEAL. Underwater welding SEAL in the war times. That man taught me everything I know. Fuck buying a house, he bought a community in slavery. All the other niggas was hanging out on the trees in the backyard. And he wasn't no Uncle Tom. He was respected by many. They didn't even look at my grandpa like no nigga. That's how I knew we wasn't the slaves. If anything, we was enslaved, but we already was here. Just put it that way. Long story short. And you don't want to listen to something as old as this? My name is Seth Tack. They took the F out, but Tack was passed down. Older than, I don't even want to say, it's old though, y'all. That's why the name was passed down. And you still don't want to listen to this? Somebody was trying to, a gangster was trying to tell a story the other day. He said, they were talking about how some guys jumped out and killed these guys. And I was in the area where it just happened. And he heard something in the trees. He lived there. He said, oh shit. And he looked at me. I ain't never ran, y'all. And I ain't saying that to tell y'all not to run. You do whatever you feel comfortable with. But I'm from the slums. I'm not gonna run from no bullet, bro. You go ask anybody from the slum. And all you rappers out there saying, look at me in the eyes, you telling them, I don't care what you think. You the Ooshkosh, man. Think what you want to think. Y'all in my energy, bro. That's all I'm telling everybody. Get out my ears. Don't worry about me. My job was to teach. I knew you wasn't gonna pay me because of what I taught. Therefore, I went on YouTube and put it out there. And by the time they started tagging me and slowing me down, I already done gave y'all the juice. My job is done. Whether you give me my money or not, I'm good. I'm gonna get blessed regardless because I sacrificed everything to save a whole world who never gave a rat's ass about me because I ain't never had a parent or a girlfriend or a friend. And when I did have a girlfriend, she was there just to please the friend. Didn't even want to hear me speak. But Big Dick Jody, man, can come in there and listen to me teach. And go and teach it to her. And then they'll take off and preach. Seen it too many times. I learned to stay on my feet is by just staying with God and let the rest of that shit be.